स्तवैः वेदैशाङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ज्ञानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Please read verse number 14 onwards, please. Devadvijaguru prajñe pujanam shauchamarjavam brahmacharyamahimsa che shariram tapa uchyate anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva bhangmayam tapa uchyate manah prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava sansudhrityetad tapo manasamuchyate. These three verses are really wonderful verses where every human being can relate to it. It doesn't matter whether you are a believer, non-believer, follower of a tradition or an alien to a tradition. It absolutely makes no difference, because what we are going to see in these three verses are totally universal, absolutely human, and no human individual can ever escape this. It is just like your physical body. When you are a doctor, surgeon, opens up a body, and what all he sees inside, all the organs, whether it is a heart or a lungs or a pancreas, liver, blood vessels, whatever you see, universal. There is no American intestine, Chinese heart, Indian pancreas, French lungs. Is a human. That is why when you when you open up one body, you open every body. So no doctor who is dealing with the physical body can say, I can handle only, I'm an Indian doctor, I can only Indian body and not other bodies, or I can handle only American heart and no other heart. It's not like that. If a person knows about the gross body, one body if he has opened up, dissected, all the human bodies are one and the same. Same thing also about human mind. There is nothing called a Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, Sikh, Jewish mind, nor there is emotions which have got any religious inclination. There is no Muslim jealousy, Hindu passion, Christian compassion, Buddhist hatred. There is no such stuff. No emotions also have any theological compartmentalization. And today, these three verses which I'll see are so human, because if you want to live as a human being, you better have these three types of, call it discipline, call it insight, call it observations of any kind. The word they use is tapas. three types of tapas is talked about. A person has to live the way at the level of the physical body, the way he speaks, and the way he thinks. The thought, the speech, and the action must be very, very clearly understood. Average human being, please understand, average human being demands a freedom of speech or a freedom of action. Freedom of speech is, I should be able to speak whatever I want to speak. Why can't I say? That's not freedom. Please appreciate. These days, even youngsters, even elderly people also, sometimes they demand this uncontrolled sort of behavior. That why can't I speak like this? Why can't I talk like this? Why can't I do like this? What is that you want to do? Why can't I smoke? Listen, why? Because he demands freedom. Please see this clearly. Freedom does not mean only to be able to smoke. Freedom also means not to smoke. Freedom not only means to drink, freedom also means not to drink. I'm free to speak whatever I like. If you are, listen carefully, if you are free to speak whatever you like, ask yourself, in case you are allowed not to speak, how will you feel? No, I'm free to speak. Why should somebody curtail my freedom of speaking? Why should I talk? Why should I stop talking? So if you have to talk all the time, whatever you want to talk, without any control, is it your freedom or bondage? I'm free to drink, free to smoke. You have exercised your freedom to speak whatever you want. Have you exercised your freedom not to speak whatever you want? This is a very, very simple thing to be understood. I'm free to drink. A person is free, he shall be free to drink as well as not to drink. He is free as well as speak and not to speak. If you are free, free means what? You exercise choice. Are you getting that point, please? If you are free means you can exercise a choice. It's like a person says, I want to eat. A poor man, just take an example that way. A poor person says, I want to eat only rice. Why are you demanding that? Suppose, do you have any other things to eat in life? No, I don't have any other things to eat. I will eat only rice. What else are you going to eat? If you have no other things to eat at your disposal, what else you shall write? Just think of it. Suppose you are traveling, just think of it. You are traveling in a train. You give an example, traveling in a train. You are traveling second class, ordinary, third class, ordinary birth class. Somebody say, why are you traveling like that? I like only this one. Why? Because I can't afford other classes. Now, is it a freedom? Gandhi was asked, why do you travel only second class? Third class, those are third class. Which is second class sleeper, no, those third class. Why do you travel third class? Because there is no fourth class. That was his freedom. He could travel anywhere, but he chose to be the lowest. Why? I want to be the lowest. I want to be the simplest. Why do you drive this small little car? I don't like Mercedes, I don't like Lexus, I don't like Ferrari. Oh, you don't like or you can't afford? If you say you can't afford, you are not free. You are bound to that car. When you can afford and don't do it, you are free. Are you getting that point, please? When you can afford, understand? I can stop smoking, but I choose to smoke once in 1 year. You are a free person. I need not talk to you for months together. But I feel like talking, now I am talking. You have got a control. Are you getting that point? You have a freedom over it. That is why freedom of action, freedom of speech is animal, total animalistic. Now our Shiva is lying down there, our dog. He can get up, he can go, he can bark, whichever one you like. If he feels like barking, he barks. Can he choose not to bark? He has no choice. Same thing as a human being. You are always speaking. Whatever you want to speak, non-stop you are speaking. You can't keep quiet. So don't say, I'm enjoying my freedom of speech. You are not freedom of speech. The freedom of speech is, a human being should ask freedom over speech, not freedom of speech. Freedom over speech is to speak or not to speak must be my choice. Freedom not of action, freedom over action. Whether to do or not to do must be my choice. So, any time when you are living in life, ask yourself a question. When you say you are free to do whatever you want to do, and you are exercising your freedom to, let's say, I am free to sleep throughout the day. Yes, but are you free to awake also? If you are only sleeping, you are not free, you are bound by sleep. Are you getting that point, please? I am free to smoke. If you can't stop smoking, you are bound by smoking, you are not free to smoke. I am free to get angry or wild. If you cannot stop being angry or wild, you are bound by anger, bound by emotion. Are you getting that point, please? Very clearly. So free means what? When I say I am free to drive this car, I can stop, I can start. I am free to drive and you cannot stop. Think, just think. Yes, I am free to drive and you go on driving and you cannot stop. The car is taking you for a ride now and you say you are driving. You can't stop. Are you free to drive? The car is taking you for a ride. You say I am free to angry, but anger takes you for a ride. I am free to smoke, smoking takes you for a ride. I am free to be jealous, jealousy taking you for a ride. Therefore, appreciate. Are you riding the car or the car riding you? Are you riding the emotion or the emotion riding you? Are you speaking or the speech is compulsive? Compulsive speech means you can't keep quiet. Sometimes you get so angry, unless you talk, your head will burst. Why people shout? Because this is pressure. When full of pressure inside, are you free to speak? You are pressurized from within. Are you getting that point, please? So, here we shall see now. What is this tapas? How do I behave? It doesn't matter whether a believer or non-believer. It doesn't matter whether you believe in a scripture or don't believe in a scripture. Just a person. It is so beautiful, I can't believe it. You must see. It doesn't mean that you must be a Hindu, you must be a Vedic scholar. No. You don't worry about it. Are you a human being with a head over your shoulder? Yes, you better live like that. This is the way, tapas. 3 types of the general perceptions he has shared with us. Let us get into that. Idanim tapah trividham uchyate. Now we shall talk about 3 types of tapas. Tapas means call it insight, call it austerity, call it discipline, call it way of life, whichever you like. If you say austerity and austerity, it becomes a little harsh, sort of picture it provides. Personally, I'll choose it, let's say, insight or some type of a conscious observation, whatever you say, tapas. You must be very consciously seeing for yourself as to how you live your life. Now it starts with your body. Three types: Sarira, Vachika, Manasika. Sariram, Vak, Manas. 3 levels you must clearly understand. Please see this point. Why am I going so slow, repetitive? Because I want you to see it very clearly. You see it, you are a different person. Not only you must see it, you must live according to that. Then you shall never ever get into a mess. You see these 3 things clearly. You shall not get into a mess unless you are stupid. That is why in case you get into a mess, you shall not blame anybody. You will blame only yourself. Because now we know the mechanism of it. Just think of it. Suppose somebody tells you, look baby, here is the electricity thing. And there are those 3 holes in that plug. Never try to put your finger inside. That's what you have told the child. And then, knowingly, the baby puts the finger inside the thing. And he gets a shock. Will he come and blame the mother? He will not tell anybody. Why? They have told me not to put the hand inside. I was stupid. So you take it on yourself. Because they told you not to do it. Are you getting that? That is why, if you know for sure, you cannot tell anybody. So most adults suffer quietly. Because they know they should not have done it. But having done it, now what will you do? Whom shall you tell? That is why your suffering is so private. Adult suffering is so private because you are supposed to know. You are a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old. This much you don't know, so you suffer in privacy. But a child, free to commit mistakes. Why? He's learning. Therefore, when a child commits a mistake, you don't tell him, don't do that. What is this? If the human child will not make a mistake, goats will make a mistake. The goats will never make a mistake. Animals will never make a mistake. But they are programmed, they function exactly like that. Whereas human beings only can commit mistakes. That way they should know. And this is a clear insight into it. Why? First, please, we should in fact come from the other way around. 3 types of insight. One is insight into your body and bodily action. Insight into your words, speech, and the speeches, insight to your speech, and the types of speech you convey. The insight into your mind. Okay, from where shall we start? Just let us, between ourselves. Book has given body, mind. Between ourselves. We are human beings, we are discussing. Though it is given, we start with the body, then to speech, and then to thought. In this audience, I think we should start with the thought, then the speech, then the body. Why? Because physical actions are not possible without the corresponding thought. Right or wrong? Are you getting that? Even speech. Speech is an action. Are you getting that point, please? Understand clearly. Speech is an action. Speech is an action. If your thought says, listen carefully, suppose you see and you are walking, you see a tiger is coming towards you. Or you will see a fire, or you see a truck is coming towards you. Forget it. As you are walking on the road, you see a truck is coming towards you. When it's coming towards you, you can have 2 reactions. Possibility of 2, just take an example. Possibility of 2 reactions. Physically, you move out of the road, and if you see the other person is not moving, you speak. Hey, go, 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 go. Speaking. Are you getting that point? Now the speech also is a type of action, because as even physically you act to move out of the way, speech-wise also, either you can physically slowly move out, or you can talk, hey, go, 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 go out. The speech also is an action. Are you getting that? Even that speech you cannot give unless there is a thought. Right or wrong? So whether you speak orally or you speak at the level of the body. What is the level, what is the speech at the level of your body? Every movement is a speech. That is why, when sometimes in the vernacular language they say, suppose you sit down there and your body, you lift this one, lift that one. What do they say? Why can't your hand keep quiet? As though because body is speak. This is a body language. It's a body language. look this way, look that way, look this way, picking it up, then kicking somebody with the foot, or something somewhere you are doing it, or pushing somebody like this. These are all body language. What is the difference between, listen, what is the difference between telling somebody, get out, or another person cannot speak it but pushes it out. Physically you push out. Physically, with your hand you push out. Or you tell the person, get out. What is the difference between the two? Both are expression of the same action. Both are the expression of the same thought inside. Because your thought says, go out. You can say, go out. Or you can physically push the person out. When you say, go out, that is also, listen carefully, when you say, go out, that is also expression of your speech. Expression of your thought. When you push also, that is also expression of the thought. So at the level of the body, we call it action, karma. At the level of the tongue, we call it as the speech, vak. Okay? Now both you must be careful. Why? Speech is as much an action as even action is a type of a language. Are you getting that? Speech is, are you getting that? Speech is as much an action. Because the speech also initiates action. Get out, the fellow will move. Come here, this person moves. Are you getting that? Physically, that is why physically keeping quiet and talking all the nonsense, you are very, very active. Or maunam, you are active. That is why many people, they keep mauna. But they write 10 pages that day. What a headache. Now you have to listen to that nonsense, now you have to read also the rubbish. The stupid handwriting also. These are all actions. Are you getting that point, please? So now, watch out very, very carefully. So 3 type of actions: speech, from the mind, at the level of the mind, at the level of the speech, at the level of the physical body. All these physical actions as well as your speech have their source in the thought. Right or wrong? Are you seeing it clearly? For children and grown-up babies, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old also, grown-up babies, they don't understand that the action, physical action and the speech have a source in the thought. Not many people are aware in the world. Like animals, people roam the earth. That is why after speaking something, they repent. Please appreciate. Will you like to repent after doing something? Please think, see it for yourself. Don't consider this as some type of a class and I'm covering the Gita or finishing. No, it is you. You must see the mechanism so well that your life becomes absolutely beautiful. If you can start at the level of the body, at the level of the mind, it is fantastic. What is that? We shall see now. Please see the language. We'll start with the mind, okay? Then we'll connect it up this way also. What is the manasas tapa uchyate? What is the tapas? Insight, call it a discipline, call it observation, into the mind. How is it? What type of mind you should have? Mana prasada, saumyam, saumyatvam, maunam, atma vinigraha, bhava sansuddhi, iti etat manasam tapa uchyate. Manasam tapas. Your insight into the mind is, what type of mind you should have? First thing he says, manah prasada. Manasah prasanti. Swachhata padanam. Manah prasanti. Your mind should be a very restful mind. Listen carefully, friends. In reality, mind is always restful. You only make it crazy. Tell me. You drive the car crazy or car drives you crazy? Think. You drive, understand, you drive the body crazy or body drives you crazy? Think. You make a habit out of a cigar or a drink or food, or the food makes the habit for you. By nature, mind is an instrument until it is goofed. Are you getting that point, please? Understand that principle, please. Have you seen a child, a disturbed child? Child born, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, when they are growing up, how are they? So sweet. Some people, some children's innocence and beauty last a little longer. Then at one time, when you are 5, you are laughing so beautifully. Something happens when you are 15, something happens when you are 25, 35, you are out. No more smile, finished. What happens? You don't know how to handle the mind. That is why the first requirement is going back to its original state, or in the sense understanding that how long before I should be lost in the waves of thoughts and emotions, let me start with one clear understanding or insight into the mind, that is, every action I do, every speech I utter has a root in the thought. Right or wrong? Every action you do, are you getting that? Every word you speak has its source in the thought. That is why, please speak Russian language. Speak it. Please speak Eskimo language. Thought is not coming. You can't speak. Listen carefully. Ask the 3-year, 2-year-old child to be jealous, angry. He won't understand the anger, the language he won't understand. Hatred, manipulation. That is why when 4-year, 5-year, 6-year-old tell people, children, is it truth? You don't verify it. If the 4-year-old still doesn't know how to tell a lie. Understand? So the first thought, always manaprasada. Okay. And therefore, Saumya. Saumya. What is Saumya? Yat saumanasyam ahu mukhadi prasada karya antakaranasya vritti. Saumyatya means you got such lovely thoughts because of which Manasaha mukhadi prasadakayam antakaranasya vritti. Because of that vritti, you shall be very peaceful in your demeanor, in your mental, in your facial expression. From that way, from the face you can know whether the fellow is a crook or a stupid or a good man. Complicated people, they like the person who is restless, his face will be different. Saumya means absolutely peaceful. When you are angry, hateful, jealous, have you seen the face of an angry man, jealous man, a criminal who has got a very bad intention? It will be different type of person. Vritti. And also, you should have maunam. What is maunam? Atma vinigraha, maunam. Vak sanyama api manas sanyama purvaka bhavati. Maunam, when you say that, just like Vak Sanyama, we shall see that. When you are about to speak, listen carefully, when you are about to speak, you chose not to speak. Will somebody be affected? Suppose you are getting that. Your mind tells you, tell that he's a rascal. He's telling. But you say, will you know about it? No. Listen, as even you can catch it at the level of your speech, can you do that manasa maunam? You catch it at the level of the thought. Understand, maunam does not mean you did not feel like speaking. You felt like speaking, but you did not speak. Are you getting that point? Maunam does not mean, understand, maunam, quietude does not mean you don't speak. You felt like speaking, but you chose not to speak. So maunam at the level of the mind is not that you don't think. Thoughts come, but you don't express it. Really? Don't say, if you say, this thought should not come, you are being unnatural. Thoughts will come. That a thought comes is not a problem. That you act on the thought is a problem. Right or wrong? That a thought comes is not a problem. That you act on the thought. Understand? You act on the thought. That is why it becomes a problem. Anyway, we shall see more of it again. Bhava Sansuddhi. What is Bhava Sansuddhi? Bhava Sansuddhi is Parehi Vyavahara Kale Amayavitvam Bhava Sansuddhi. Parehi Vyavahara Kale. When you are dealing with other people, Amayavitvam. Mayavitvam is deception. No deception. Don't think something. Understand? Please. Want to help? Help. But not with a motive. Understand? Amayavitvam. Where you act without any motives whatsoever. Because it's good for you, good for others also. As a result, what happens? Manasa stapauchit. We shall see more of it. That becomes, mind becomes so beautiful, you don't have to deal with an unnecessarily reacting mind. Okay? Let's see that. We'll come back into that. Now, we'll go into the physical thing. Sarira tapauchite. How shall I live at the level of the body? The action at the level of body should be like this. Deva, Dvija, Guru, Prajna, Pujanam, Saucham, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, Ahimsa, Sariram, Tabauchyade. At the level of the body, my lifestyle should be such. What shall I do? Worshipping. Pujan, listen, worshipping. Respecting. Worshipping means what? Respecting. Devata, Dvija, Guru, Prajna. Listen carefully. Respecting everything in this universe. Please appreciate. This is a very beautiful quality. Being grateful for the life in this universe. Just think, friends. First, we must begin with your gratitude. There's such a vast creation. The whole planet Earth, solar system, the whole universe. It was existing without my body being here. It will continue to exist without my body being here. For some time, as though universe has granted me this body. Call it creator, call it creation, call it God, call it somebody, something. Definitely, I did not create my own body. Did you create your body? If I find myself with this physical body, and participating in this vast drama of total existence, thank whom? whosoever it is. Because you are a believer, fine. Not believer also, doesn't matter. But don't be arrogant. Don't say, I am the one, sort of independently existing. You name it a God, fine. You don't want to name it a God, fine. Doesn't matter. Remember that line, first line. Asastra vihitam. Sastra viddhi mussuryati. Who is the person who does not know anything about scripture, but he is living in a beautiful way. Okay? So we are talking about the general population. Because to be nice, you don't need to believe in God. Being ethical, being moral, being nice, being conscious, being considerate is not the exclusive privilege of the believers. Not all believers are genuine either. You may be believing, but in the name of God, you perpetrate most atrocious activities on the world. Therefore, it is better you don't be a believer. It's a waste of time. Are you a good human being? Listen carefully. Are you a good human being? And that's what he talks about. Your gratitude. Now, a child, listen carefully, a child will not be able to know this. That is where comes the tradition, where the father, mother, parents, children, teachers, friends, society gives this child this attitude. Be respecting. Respect your father, respect your mother, respect your teacher, respect your creation, respect everything. So the only whole onus responsibility on the child. No, for the child to love the Pitrudevo Bhava, respect your father as you respect God, Matrudevo Bhava, respect your mother as you respect God, Acharya Devo Bhava, respect your teacher as you respect God, Atiti Devo Bhava, you respect your guest as you respect God. Fantastic. So the whole onus responsibility on the child? No. The parent must be so loving that the children respect them as God. The teacher must be so loving, the guest must be so considerate that they command respect. Unfortunately, every man wants his wife to be a Sita, but themselves not Rama. They are like Ravana. Worst fellows, but my wife should be nice. You are stupid, but even my child should be nice. Understand? The teacher is angry, jealous, hateful, everything, but he says, I must be respected. For what? You should be, are you getting that? You must be respected. That is why you want to teach somebody, listen carefully, you want to teach somebody, should you teach by words or should you teach by action? Just ask yourself the question. Think. Just like I am giving an example. No. Animals never teach by discourse. Animals teach by demonstration. Animals, only animals, they teach by demonstration. Birds, tigers, bear, everything. Only human being want to teach by discourse. So will you teach, please understand, will you teach by words or will you teach by demonstration, living? Which one? Think for yourself. You are preparing a discourse on anger. Think, you are preparing a discourse on anger. So you collect all the points, not only from the scriptures, but also from email and from the internet, from the, whatever, encyclopedia, Wikipedia, whatever it is. You look at everybody, you prepare a beautiful discourse on anger. Okay? Now, and why people should not be angry. Then when you are going to read that paper, somebody from the audience protests. Keep the paper down, sir. You talk it as it is. How can you say like that? You can't restrict my voice. I am the speaker. I should do what I do. You cannot. Beautiful demonstration. The whole, are you getting that? The dissertation on absence of anger is in your hand. But a demonstration of anger is vivid. So after that, will the people listen to you? Think of it. Like one gentleman one day was talking, he was supposed to talk for half an hour. 25 minutes gone, bell should ring. 5 minutes gone, 3 bells, so he should stop. And he was talking about some Vedantic stuff. I happened to be in that audience also. I was also a speaker, I was also a listener. 25 minutes, bell rang. He doesn't stop. It's okay. 30 minutes, bell went, 3 times rang. He doesn't stop. 5 minutes more. Then ring, 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 ring. After 7 minutes, he was a high court judge who was a presiding man, who was pushing the bell. 10 minutes. At one time, when somebody has to get up from the audience to go and tell from the organizer, sir, it is time. You know what he says? I'm timeless. I'm eternal. Now, you think anybody in that audience would have listened to any word that he has spoken for 1 hour? Repeating beautiful nonsense. The words become totally useless because the person behind is idiot. So will you teach by discourse or by your life? Think. So, a child, for him to be given this thought, the child must see the behavior of the people. That is why when you say respect, see, the parents, suppose you say the father is not respecting his teacher, but he expect his child to respect him. You don't respect your father, but you want you to demand to be respected. You demand the respect. Difficult. The demonstration must be there. Yes, at the same time, that does not mean just because somebody is, your teacher is a rogue or your father is a rogue, that does not mean everybody is a rogue. No, that objectivity should be there. But for you to pass on a message, first you must be the best thing. So, Deva Dvija Guru Pragya Pujanam, that is expressing that gratitude. Never to think that I have fallen from the space. Deva. Saucham. Physically, keeping yourself saucham, clean, nice, physical saucham. Very clean, healthy, you must keep yourself. Arjavam also is straightforwardness. You see what happens when you talk about this physical behavior, listen carefully, the physical behavior has its source in your mind. But suppose, see this point clearly, physical behavior has its source in your mind. But how do you teach? How do you teach a child or how do you teach a youngster to respect somebody? If you say respect him, please understand, respect him, the child doesn't understand the concept of respect. When you fall at the feet of your parents, then the child says, oh, Papa is falling, Mommy is falling, therefore I also do. Are you getting that? This is demonstration. You go to the temple and you stand like a pole and you tell your children, prostrate. What? How will he learn? Because he doesn't understand the concept of respect or love, like love. To an adult, you shall say, yes, love does not mean only things. Love is not gift. True. But a child will understand love without a gift. You go to some places and you come there and you say, baby, I love you. What love you? The child will be, if you come back from somewhere, you bring a flower, you bring a fruit or a toy or a game or a dress or something somewhere. So the mom says, Mommy loves me, Papa loves me, my brother, my sister love me. Why? Because for a child, it is equated with the object. Love is not an object. But for the child, that object means an expression of love. So when he receives it, he feels very good. Without giving that, you cannot teach the child love. Without hugging the child, you cannot teach the child love. That baby, I care for you. And you as a parents, you throw the child out, you never, demonstration of love. Children will not appreciate it. Because thought, children don't appreciate, only action. So, that if you want to inculcate in the child something, you do the same thing. So, physical action is very important. Saucham, keeping everything clean, arjavam, straightforward, rujutvam, straightforward behavior. You don't say something, do something. No. Then brahmacharyam. Brahmacharya means, understand, not duality. Brahmacharya means maithuna varjanam. I told you, explained to you already. Maithuna means duality. Brahmacharya does not mean only celibacy, not to have a man or woman or not like that type of stick. What it means, maithuna varjanam. Maithuna means a duality. Mithuna is duality. Where you don't depend upon anything for your satisfaction, for your happiness or contentment. Naturally, that makes a very simple life. I need food for my sustenance, not for happiness. I need a dress for my covering of the body, as well as escaping from heat or cold, but not for my happiness. I need a vehicle for going about, not for showing off or for happiness. This is brahmacharya. Brahmacharya does not mean not looking at a man or a woman. Understand? So much so, understand, if your attitude is like that, can anybody create a problem for you? If my happiness depends on this dress, if you don't give me this dress, I create problem for you. Suppose my happiness doesn't depend upon those things. I use a dress for dress sake. I use a food for food's sake. I use anything for its own sake. If it's there, fantastic. Not there, excellent. That is where you want to live life as it is. Why people go crazy? Because suppose they see elderly people crying, oh, we don't have a house, we don't have a car, we don't have a swimming pool, we don't have a foreign trip, we don't have this. So the elderly people are miserable. So the youngsters also, we don't have foreign, we don't have, so miserable. Suppose the ordinary person says, I'm so happy with my house, so happy with this, whatever I have, I'm happy with it. Whatever I don't have, I don't go crazy about it. The matter is not discussed. Then what happens? Children also grow happily in that place. Everybody grows happily because things for its own. Whatever I have, I need it. Whatever I don't have, I don't want it. Understand? Whatever I have, I'm happy with it. Whatever I don't have, it's okay. Doesn't matter. If I can have it, I'll work for it. If I can get it, excellent. Cannot get it, doesn't matter. That is why they call it as the santushta. Are you getting that? I'm talking about the physical object, not in brilliance. Whatever state of mind I am in this moment ignorant, I am happy with it. Whatever I don't have, super intelligence, I don't care for it. Huh? I'm not talking about the mind. I'm talking about only body. Understand? The physical body also, if I want to have a better body, more muscular body, more muscle, thing, okay, I'll do something extra. But if it is not there, it doesn't matter. I'm keeping it healthy, it's fine. So the sense of satisfaction, brahmacharyam, ahimsa, physically I am not violent. Understand? Ahimsa. Physically, I am not violent. What is violence? Hurting people, hitting people. Hurting physically, hitting physically. Don't do that. Suppose you ask, why should I not do it? Understand, friends. The moment you do that, you initiate a chain reaction. Suppose you hurt somebody, that fellow will hurt you back. You hit somebody, that fellow will hit you back. You hit, he hits, you hit. Where is the stop? Where is the end to it? Who should stop the chain? Always you think others should stop the chain. No, you stop the chain. You cut it. Are you getting that point, please? You cut it up. Please. Once you cut it, the person cannot continue it. Physical action, and you shall see it in the speech now, how it is, works there. Complete it up, then connect it up all three. Then, okay, all right. If this is the physical body, then how will you go into the speech? Now he talks about how you should have a total insight into your speech. How shall you speak? This is amazing. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priya hitam chayad swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva bangmayam tapauchyate. Please understand one basic and very important fundamental principle is, whatever may be in your mind, tiger, lion, stupidity, rascality, madness, insanity, anger, hatred, jealousy, lust, passion, whatever nonsense may be in your mind, it is totally unknown to the world, right or wrong? Until you express. Are you getting that point, please? Right or wrong? Lucky, we are all lucky. Listen carefully. We are really lucky that nobody sees our mind. Imagine our minds can be seen. Just think, one day you get a person, suppose you somehow you got an insight and you can see the people's mind. You know what will happen? You will be laughing through. Because deception, galore. The fellow is sitting down very nicely in your house, you'll be thinking, how did he have that things and I can't have it? And will you like to have food? No, thank you, I'm not hungry. Oh, terribly hungry, I don't know what to do. Lucky, are you getting that? You are sitting down like a sage, but inside devil is working. Don't see it's unnatural, huh? Because your mind means your entire package of life. Are you getting that point? Your whole memory. Your whole memory, whether you're, whether 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever year old you are, the whole memory is inside. That they are there is not a problem until you speak or until you act physically. Are you getting that point, please? So when you are acting, act in such a way that it doesn't create disharmony. When you speak in such a way, then when you don't have disharmony, that means you should be so discriminative, so conscious, that in spite of your head going through a spin, your body is steady, your speech is harmonious. Are you getting that point, please? Don't say that the mind should be free from every wrong thought. There is no such thought. There is no wrong thought. It is a thought. It becomes wrong if you make a wrongly use it. Are you getting that point, please? So the thoughts must be any thought. No choices. No choice. Are you getting that, please? What type of thought you should have? Do you have a choice? What language you speak? Do you have a choice? As in spoken language, same thing also mental language, the thoughts. What choices you have? You see, thoughts get in. You hear, thoughts get in. You touch, thoughts get in. You smell, thoughts get in. You see, are you getting that? Huh? You taste, thoughts get in. On getting in. Are you getting that point, please? That is why more educated you are, more thoughts, more trouble. Less thoughts, less trouble. One thought also can be the worst trouble, because from amongst your millions of thoughts inside, all the thoughts are not trouble. You create trouble in relation to one thought and your whole life is finished. Are you really getting it? Don't say you get it and make a mess of your life. It just doesn't work together. Please don't listen to it, read to it as some type of information galore. Don't waste your time. Do you see the mechanism? There shall be millions of thoughts, and nobody must give you a guilt that don't have this thought. No. There is a difference between having a thought and acting on a thought. Are you getting that point, please? Having a thought is no crime. But you must learn how to act on the thought. Before the thought is expressed, are you getting that, please? Before the thought is expressed, at the level of your speech or action, you must know. Are you getting that? Then only you shall not repent for what you speak, nor shall you repent how you act on. The whole range of thought shall be there. Then it tells you, since only when you express, everybody knows about it, your expressions must be beautiful. Gratitude, Deva, Dvija, Guru, Pragya, Pujanam. I know you are a rascal. Listen carefully. I know you are a rascal because you have done something wrong. But you have come to my house. Please come in. Look, sit down. You are a doctor. Think, you are a doctor. You are sitting down there to treat the patients. And you know your neighbor has created land problem for you. But your neighbor met with an accident, he has come to the hospital. How will you deal with it? As the neighbor who has created a problem with a border problem in the land, or as a patient to whom a doctor should look at it? The doctor should look at the patient. But do they do that? The fellow will put an extra injection to kill him. Think. That is why life becomes so dangerous. It needs tremendous amount of observation. Please appreciate. Those who are the values, at least that's been talked about in Mahabharata. The two brothers, Pandavas, Kauravas, they are fighting during the day, but at night they are brothers. They could meet, even they are fighting during the day. Certain values people are living. And because of the type of positions you occupy, because of these situations, circumstances in life, we might have a difference in opinion. But as person to person, you are wonderful to me, I am wonderful to you. What a society it will be. Imagine. Think. So what thoughts you will have, nobody restricts your thought. Are you getting that point, please? See, this is the beauty of Vedanta. This is the beauty of Upanishads. They don't restrict you. You should not think like this. Nowhere it is told. That is why these meditations, in this meditation camp and meditation, nowadays especially New Age meditations, don't think this, don't do that, have a green light, red light, yellow light, don't have this sensation, have that sensation. What are you doing? Destroying people? Because the fellow is waiting for a holy sensation, waiting for a holy thought, waiting for a holy color. No. Anything is fine. Why? Until you act on it, no thought is good or bad. Are you getting that? A thought is thought. What you think of me makes no difference to me until you speak. Understand? Sometimes Not speaking also conveys a lot of things. Why? You are supposed to support the right thing, but you don't support. Then also it becomes a wrong thing. Are you getting that point? That's why he said that rujutvam. Rujutvam means what? Arjavam. Arjavam means straightforwardness. If you keep quiet, when you should appreciate something nice, you can send a wrong message that you don't support it. As when you keep quiet when something is doing something wrong, but convey it nicely, it will come nicely now. Please appreciate. So, how my speech shall be? Because between the speech and the action, listen carefully, between the speech and the action, most of the time we speak more than we act more. Right or wrong? Most of the time we speak. Because what all things you cannot do, you speak. I will help you. Tremendous satisfaction. That is why people get vicarious satisfaction by speaking. I will help you. I'll do this for you. I'll do that for you. I can take you this. I don't know. Oh. It's almost like doing it. So people speak. Why people find it very easy to promise? I will never drink again. I will never smoke again. Easy. Speaking is easy. I'll never get angry again. I'll never be jealous again. So easy to speak. But it's a huge ideal you have spoken. But what you have spoken, your body has to do. I will not eat this again. You say that. I will not eat this again. In a good moment, quiet moment, soft moment, repenting mode, the eye says, I will not do it again. After 5 minutes, 5 days, it's all right. That comes. You do it again. Understand? Who is deceiving whom? You are deceiving yourself. So now we shall say, okay, you must speak like this. If you speak, what should you do? Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat. Oh, this is so beautiful. Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva bangmayam tapa uchyate. Hey Arjuna, this is whether you are a believer or an unbeliever, man or woman, it makes no difference. Your speech must be like this. Anudvegakaram vakyam. Speech should be anudvegakaram. Should not create any anxiety. Udvega means anxiety. When you speak a word, speak something, it should not create anxiety in somebody's heart. Pain, addukhakaram, anudvegakaram, addukhakaram, should not create any pain or anxiety in somebody's heart. Please. You have to watch out this statement. Now suppose the person is having, let us say, cirrhosis of liver. Or just an example. Then you say, hey, don't tell him he has cirrhosis of liver, he will have anxiety. I'm not talking about that. Because if you don't tell him, that fellow will be killed. Because he should point it out. Where, what is the thing? Where creating an anxiety gives you satisfaction. That type of talk you should stop. Are you getting that? Creating an anxiety which gives you satisfaction. I have given him a, you paint such a picture that the fellow is miserable. Understand? You tell him, you are an idiot, you are a rascal, you are... Why? So that you feel relieved. Other person is disturbed and you feel relieved. In reality, such a person will never feel relieved. Later on, your repentance comes. I should not have to. You first enjoy creating the anxiety in the other person, but later on you suffer the anxiety. I should not have done that. If the other person is smart, what shall he do? He listens, but he doesn't accept. Remember the example, brinjal. Are you getting that? This is a brinjal. How can you say this is a brinjal? Huh? Suppose 1,000 times I say this flower is brinjal, will it become brinjal? No. 1,000 people say 1,000 times this is a brinjal, will it become a brinjal? No. Same way, 1,000 people tell 1,000 times you are a rascal, you are a rogue. Will you become a rascal or a rogue? So, if the person is smart, he will not have any anxiety. But the person who was told to satisfy himself, when he sees the other person is unaffected, he will have more anxiety. That is why, if you want to really punish somebody who is offending you, who is creating anxiety for you, not to be affected, then the person will be really affected because he wanted you to be miserable, but you are not. Because you know more about yourself than the other person knows about yourself. Understand? So when you don't give this statement, you protecting yourself. Vakyam anudvegakaram. Never create a chain like that. And you should say satyam. Speak the truth. But na apriyam satyam. So priyam cha hitam cha. You want to speak the truth? Truth, that which is priyam satyam. Priyam hitam. That which speak the, that is a verse like that. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, ma bruyat, satyam apriyam. Satyam bruyat, speak the truth and nothing but the truth. But ma bruyat, and priyam bruyat, satyam bruyat, priyam, speak the truth and truth which is palatable. Palatable means priyam, which is acceptable, which is nice. Ma bruyat, satyam apriyam, ma bruyat, vidhiling. Never must you tell the truth, which is apriyam satyam. It may be true, but it is terrible. Don't speak it out. Why? It will destroy somebody. Apriyam satyam ma bruyat. Don't tell the person. You know, you are, one fellow is one-eyed. One eye, you can see only one eye. Then you say, hey, one-eyed, come here. Huh? No, I speak, I call the spade a spade. He's one-eyed, come here. Huh? Lame, come here. You retarded, come here. My God. Unemployed, that unemployed fellow standing there, unemployed, come here. What a thing. This is why he is speaking the truth, you see. That is not truth. That is not satyam vada. That is you are killing the truth. You are not speaking the truth. Ma bruya satyam apriyam. And priyam cha anrutam na bruyat. Priyam cha anrutam na bruyat. It may be very nice, but don't tell a lie. Oh, you are so nice. In reality, it may be priyam, but it's anrutam. That's why it becomes a flattery. Anrutam na bhuyat. You may not speak the truth, but don't tell a lie. You don't have to speak the truth, but don't tell a lie. You can always ask question, is it possible to speak the truth? Hey, listen. You look for yourself. It is always easy to tell the truth. Telling a lie is a headache. Is a pure headache. You need not tell the truth, but don't tell a lie. As a principle, remember, do you know why? Simple example. You ask me, Swamiji, what are you doing? To impress you, I told you, I am the governor of the state. Huh? Governor? Okay. Then another person asked, what are you doing? I am the Supreme Court. I am judge. Huh? What are you doing? I am an ambassador to this country. Huh? So I have impressed everybody. Now the problem will begin for me. I have to remember to whom what I have told. Not only that, By chance the 3 people come together or 2 people come together, I will be already miserable. By chance, oh, abhi to, now the cat will be out of the bag. Yes, you are worried. And you have to remember to whom what you have told. Suppose you speak the truth. What are you doing? I am a student. Should you remember the truth? Yet truth need not be remembered. Understand? That is why a person who speaks the truth, no headache in the, no load on the mind. Because you don't have to remember anything. But suppose you tell a lie, you have to remember the lie. Suppose you had gone out somewhere. Where had you been? Your mother asked you, your father asked you. Where had you gone? I went to my friend, we are studying mathematics. Oh, okay baby. 2 days after the friend comes back. And mother simply asks, so how was your mathematics class? What mathematics class, auntie? Then your head, I have already told about cinema. Then you say, you know, but by the time you say, what mathematics class? No, the baby says, no, we went to movie. Now what happens to you? It comes out. That is why don't defend a truth also. If you defend a truth, you will keep it alive. You have to be such a person, I tell you. If you defend a truth, you will keep, if you defend a falsehood, you will keep it alive. Because people will be discussing it more and more. A falsehood cannot be kept alive unless you go on talking about it. That is why gossips will disappear. Truth will never disappear. Understand? So, priyam bruyat. Satyam bruyat, priyam. Speak the truth and speak the truth which is acceptable. However truthful it may be, if it is apriyam, as far as possible, avoid it. But suppose it is necessary, you have to speak the truth. But ma bruyat satyam apriyam. Don't speak unnecessarily. As far as possible, hold back. But definitely, priyam cha anrutam na bruyat. It may be very priyam, very good, but never tell a lie. You need not tell the truth, but don't tell a lie which is priyam, acceptable to somebody. Never. That will be psychophancy. Then the person will find out you are simply talking nonsense. They'll know you are frivolous. Appreciate. So, priyam cha hitam cha, and anudbegakaram vakyam. So speak the truth. Speak language which doesn't create any anxiety. For whom? Not only for others, but also for you. Both ways. Having spoken it, you are now worried. I should not have spoken. And you tell something and the person is already reacting. Oh boy, why is he? So, in all this transaction, who is initiating all this? Most of in your life, you initiate it, understand. Either you initiate a speech, listen carefully, either you initiate a speech, or you initiate the action, or you fall for a thought. Again, you initiate that movement at the level of the thought. Remember this example, statement. You initiate an action, you initiate a speech, or you first time for yourself, you fall for a thought. You are initiating the action at the level of your body and speech from the level of your thought. Or when somebody says something to you, that first thought, that is reaction taking place, you are not being aware. Again you are jumping. Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that? I had given you an example long back. When you are walking, going on the mountain, okay? Take this example. When you are walking on the mountain, you slip somewhere, then you fall down, right? Suppose you are walking, hiking, and you slip somewhere and you fall down. Now, which point you should take care? Where you fall down or where you slipped? You don't take care where you slipped. I mean, you don't take care where you fell down. You should have taken care where you slipped. Are you getting that point, please? You take care where you slipped. Now, when an action and speech is over, where did you slip? You slipped at the level of the thought. You fail at the level of the body. But we are taking care of the body and not the level of the thought. I am punishing the person. Instead of helping him to understand, your thought, you made that mistake there. Oh, the person is not ready to accept it. If the person is not ready to accept it, why am I suffering? He made a mistake at the level of the thought itself. He didn't know what he is speaking, what he is initiating. But when he is talking some nonsense, listen carefully. Should you take it seriously? Why? Because the person is not knowing what he is talking. But you have to watchful. Because if this person is totally unconscious, he'll continue to speak. Therefore, don't speak, don't talk to the person. You can ask him not to do that. But even if he, in spite of that, he continues to do it, what do you do? Chalta hai. Why? I know about myself. And in order to do that, that's why he says, how do I do this speech? Swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva. What language? Swadhyaya, self-study. Study yourself more and more. Study yourself means what? Not self-study means open a book and study. No, study your mind, study your speech, study your action. Swadhyaya. And abhyasanam, continuous practice. Continuous practice. My every action must be conscious. My every speech must be conscious. If you can be conscious with every thought, you need not worry. That is what wisdom is. You need not worry. Now for a child or a youngster, you can ask him straight away to go to the thought, because the person is not available at the level of, at this moment, he is not yet available at the level of the thought. So you take him at the level of his action. That is why physical discipline. Why it is started with brahmachari, deva dvija guru pragya pujanam. Engage yourself in such activity that you do not have to explain somebody, create a problem for somebody, create a chain reaction for something else. Now, suppose you are initiated to puja. Let us say you initiated to respect your father, respect your mother. Just think that way. Another person initiated to, you drink 2 glasses of water every morning for your good health. Okay. Another person is initiated, every morning you should drink 1 glass of brandy. The physical initiation. What will happen? Child doesn't know. Drinking. But somebody drinking water, somebody drinking that. In the process, what will happen? His mind will be lost. Because the body, the food that you take will affect your body, affect your mind. When you are affected your mind, your speech is blurred. Okay. Another person says, when you go every morning, you respect your father, your mother, your guru, your God, you respect. Another person says, do as you like. Then what happens? The person doesn't know that he should not talk disrespectfully, that he should not talk meaninglessly. When you are with your father, don't talk like this. When with your mother, don't talk like this. When with your elders, don't talk like this. This etiquette, when you teach, what does it mean? Suppose you are told you are supposed to keep quiet in the presence of your elders. Now where is the argument? But suppose you say, talk whatever you like, what will happen? argument will begin. That is why for a child, youngsters, this becoming behavior, if the person doesn't know how he should do or how he should not do. Listen, this speech, don't speak loud. Don't speak loud. Why? Argument may begin. Try to convey your thing. So people who know these little, this is nothing to do with your, open as the scripture or the God or God's presence or God's absence. Simple behavior. Simple behavior. Don't speak. Don't tell a lie. Suppose a child is told, don't tell a lie, or a young person, any person is told, don't tell a lie. Then you think over it. If it is truth, I shall speak. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, I shall speak. If it is not Satyam, not Priyam, not Hitam, I shall not speak. Just take that one principle in life. I shall speak. What I am going to speak, is it true? Yes, I'll speak. Is it good for others and me? Yes, I'll speak. Is it good for the, it will be loved by others and by me also? I will not look down upon myself for speaking this? No. Okay, I'll speak. You take these three principles before you speak a word and see how much you talk during the day. Is it necessary? Is it palatable? Now same thing, food. You think for yourself, this food, is it good? Too much shall I eat or not eat? Will it give me problem? Think of it and eat food and see how much you will eat. Please appreciate. All these things needs what? Mind. Manas saumyatvam saumya. Sameness. No anxiety. The mind must be. Because, as I told you, please understand, catch where you sleep, not where you fall. We want to change physical behavior of people. We are, don't speak like that. Tell them how to think. Or can you say, don't think like that. How can you get angry with somebody? Don't think like that. What can I say? Don't think like that. Your thoughts come. How can you say, don't think like that? Thoughts will come. Must learn how to deal with your thought. It's like a buffet. Here's a simple example. It's like a buffet. A huge dinner spread, huge lunch spread. So everything that is there you eat, you pick up. There is vegetable, there is salad. There is also non-vegetarian food. There is also heavy spicy food, heavy rich protein, fatty food also is there. Go. Now what are you picking? Don't eat the whole spiciest and this fattiest. Then say, the food was terrible. Food was terrible. You pick up wrong thing. Your mind is like a huge spread of a buffet. Can you take that example? Your mind is a huge spread. From childhood until now, no dish is left out. No dish means no thought. All your memories are there. You are making a conscious or unconscious choice. Your mother has told you, don't drink. But you say, why not? So who is now prompting you? God or devil? You yourself tell other people, don't do this, don't eat this, don't drink this, don't smoke this, don't be angry. That means in your system buffet, your huge mental spread, every possibilities are there. But those good food is for others. The salad is for others, deep fry for me. You make it in your house, you provide that. You have the spread. But salad is for others. Deep fry is for me. Like that. Good thoughts for others, discourse. Stupid thought. What does it mean? So catch at the level of this. This is tapas, insight, a deep insight into your mind. Therefore, into your speech, you speak. Neither you are uncomfortable nor you make others uncomfortable. It doesn't create anxiety for you, doesn't create anxiety for anybody. Your physical actions doesn't initiate any confusion at any time. So beautiful life. You are in harmony with the whole physical universe. The sunrise, sunset, cloud, rain, heat, summer, winter, spring, everything as it is. And therefore, you can harmonize with every person also. Whatever they are, that is how he is, what can I do? That is where condemnation doesn't come. Because poor thing, he doesn't know what he's doing. Your life becomes so beautiful, all because you are beautiful. These three things, please remember. It's not the part of your do's and don'ts, okay? It's not the part of your you shall behave, you shall not, thou shalt not. None of these rubbish, injunctions, commandments, religious impositions, no such stuff. Simple observation. Start with your mind. Every speech, every action must be conscious. Beautiful, harmonious. These three things, these are the natural principle, common sense stuff. Now you shall say, these tapas, depending how you do it, we shall see in the afternoon, how you do it, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. A sattvic person will follow this, why? Because it is to be followed. A rajasic fellow, he will pick up this information, he will try to do this only to impress others. That is where you shall see deceptive people. The tamasic fellow completely ignores this. He doesn't want to do anything with this. Suffers, himself suffers, makes others also suffer. The sattvic person is one who does it for his sake or for others' sake also. But because he is not a wise person, he may fall sometimes, fail sometimes. If you know yourself, that these three becomes natural to you, and you can play through sattva, rajas, tamas, you can play through these qualities also. This is like literally you are a healthy, conscious individual going through the whole buffet. Even a little fatty food doesn't make any difference if you know how much you eat or do not eat. Or you eat on this or eat on that. Exactly same principle, understand friends. Do not ever create a dichotomy, a division between religion and life. Philosophy and living is all together. It's not divorced from spirituality. Understand? When you see this, you live this. And whether it's eating food, putting on a dress, you have got a bunch of 30, 40 dresses in your bedroom, in your wardrobe. Which one you should put on? Dress doesn't jump on you. There are 50 dishes of food. Which one you eat? The food doesn't jump into your stomach. There is money in your bank. Does it money force you to spend it on something? There are 100 programs in the TV. Which one you watch? Are you getting that point? There are 100 ways to reach a place. Which way you shall take? Scenic highway? Longer route? Shortcut? Same thing to dealing with people. 100 possibilities are there. Which one you will take? Understand, human beings have been given such, impossible choices. Too many choices. Learn to choose. All at the level of the thought itself. Therefore, your action and speech are wonderful. Tapas. This is tapas. Tapas is not cutting your nose, cutting your leg and sacrificing, standing on somewhere, sitting under a tree, getting into a cave. It's all for your satisfaction. You can do any nonsense you like. Are you a decent person? Are you aware of your mind? That is requirement number one. After that, if you are aware, your speech and action will be automatically beautiful. We shall see more of it in the evening. Close your eyes.